Okay, we've got another lady just out there who's, another club president who is doing an amazing job.
Yeah, because
We have Sue Brooks from the Hervey Bay Pickleball Club. Now, you wouldn't meet a more energetic lady than this, who has done a fantastic job in getting pickleball going at Hervey Bay, and currently she's working on getting some netball courts converted into pickleball courts. So, Sue, welcome. And can you give us a little update on how things are progressing at Hervey Bay?
Hi, Ron, and thank you. While we're waiting to go back on...
Yeah, another squall, yeah.
Because it's just a little bit damp, which is annoying. At Hervey Bay, yes, we were lucky. It took nearly 12 months to have dialogue and then paperwork with the Fraser Coast Regional Council to lease half a dozen netball courts that are on bitumen at the rear of the local PCYC. And PCYC was where Hervey Bay started to be played for the first time ever in Hervey Bay.
Yep.
So with this lovely expanse just over...
Waiting, sitting outside these PCYC courts, it was just...
begging for someone to turn them into pickleball courts. So that was the thinking. So we formed the club, which was a more involved process than I anticipated.
She's still smiling.
Still surviving.
Yes.
And we ended up getting our lease on December the 1st last year. We took possession.
Okay.
So we've had to spend money on getting them professionally cleaned.
Yes.
Because unless you have them cleaned, you can't fill the cracks and paint lines. So we're just about to erect fencing and have properly marked Hervey Bay courts on that.
Okay. And how long's the lease for?
The lease is only 2 years with 1 year option.
Okay.
Which we're hoping will change as time goes forward. Council in Hervey Bay is developing a sports precinct.
Right.
And long term they would like us to be there. But we're pretty sure once we embed ourselves...
You get a toe in the door?
Once we get the courts going there, I'm quite confident that pickleball will stay there.
Yep.
And if there's growth and need for more pickleball courts, then they'll probably build more.
Because you've got how many netball courts there?
There's 6.
Six, so you've got plenty of room.
We've got plenty of room. But cracks have been a bit of a dilemma because it's a bitumen surface, so water table's very close underneath.
Yep.
So we actually have tweaked our layout to align the worst cracks which are along the netball court boundaries. Nobody knows why, but the worst cracks are on those white netball boundary lines. So we're making our pickleball court boundary lines match.
Okay.
So the worst cracks won't be on there.
Speaking of cracks, right here at Currumbin, there are cracks on these courts, which unfortunately, that we believe it's due to the freeway being built and the piling that's had to occur to, there's a bridge right near the court. So hopefully when all the road construction's finished, they will be able to, get them redone. But they're starting to appear on most of the courts here too. So it seems to be a common problem.
Definitely is, and as we know, it's nice to have a lovely level surface to play pickleball on.
Yes.
And one without puddles, because if a pickleball hits a puddle, it's not very good at bouncing.
Yes. Well, that leads us into one of our sponsors, which is called What's Pickleball Australia. Colin Mendoza, who What's Pickleball Australia, he is the owner of this company. They supply hardcourt pickleball flooring for indoor and outdoor use, giving you an instant pickleball court. So I believe there are some courts in Australia that are currently using his product, which then alleviates the problem of cracking courts. So it's something to keep in mind. If anyone's got problems with courts that are cracking, maybe they want to contact Colin Mendoza, and his company is called What's Pickleball Australia. He's sponsoring our tournament here this week, so maybe give him a shout out.
Definitely a great idea. Again, the more courts we get and people playing on pickleball courts, the merrier we will be.
Yep.
And it's been an interesting development. I've noticed a big change, especially in the last 3 months. when we've had some publicity, because there's Australian pickleball players now playing in America on the pro circuit there.
Yep.
And when I started playing pickleball about 2 years ago, if you went into the shops and you had your pickleball shirt on,
Yes, people would look. Yes, yep.
and they'd be asking you what on earth is pickleball.
Yep.
And now, even here, coming to Currumbin, and we were checking in at the caravan park where we're staying, and we said to the managers as we were checking in, we've come to play pickleball.
Yep.
And they both said, oh, we've heard of it.
Yes.
So it's gone from people having no idea to people being aware that there is a sport called pickleball.
Yes, yes. The publicity that has been getting nationally on national TV ever since the Australian Open has been fantastic. You know, Sunrise do, you know, their weather shots from different clubs around Australia. So this is just happening more and more. We had a couple of our best players, Australia's best players, head off to America to play in the US Open. Sarah Burr and Martin Clark, and they were interviewed on national TV and, you know, just giving the sport great publicity. So this is happening more and more.
And definitely, we've got Mitch Hargraves.
Mitch Hargraves, another one that's made the trip. Yeah, yeah. I loved last year there was Dion Rule, who's a wheelchair athlete, and he went to America and competed in the US Open over there. So just the possibilities are unlimited. Yeah.
Definitely. So I'm hoping that now the rain's stopping, that we can get back on our pickleball court. So I have to go and play for a bronze medal. And I haven't got a good track record of winning bronze medals. These are both the first time.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
thank you, Ron, for the opportunity to have a chat.
No worries. Thanks for popping in, Sue.